If you want a tutorial on what celebrities are doing, this is what you want to hear.
Everything was too much, the pressure was too high, and
what goes on in the real lives of celebrities
behind the fame. Hollywire
is bringing you behind the fame.
Hollywire, what is going on? We have Amanda Cerny here in the studio.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. We're going to play the compliment game.
That's what I was going to start
Yeah.
off with.
Wow,
Yes.
we're so good.
Hit me.
Gorgeous.
Thank you.
Is this girl not so beautiful?
Well, you're being really nice. Thanks. Now you just set me up for negative comments in the feed. Here we go.
Really? Is that how it works?
Is that how it works?
You have to Eminem it. So you have to almost tell me how like horrible I am. So then the people in the comments can be like, no, like, and fight against that.
They're
you know?
always trying to choose a side.
Oh,
Yeah, so
actually,
you gotta-
that's so true. I've seen that.
Yeah, self-deprecating. You know,
So-
yeah, that's what I have to be.
But no,
Get the
I
support.
love her. The pony,
I
or what do you
know.
call that? A ponytail? Or
I'm a
head-
ballerina today.
A ballerina
I know. I turned into a ballerina. It didn't start off this way. I always just put my hair in. I call this my podcast bun.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I get ready really fast, and makeup's one thing, and then to have to do your hair, this is like the easiest hairdo.
Yeah.
And
Or
and then I always end up in a podcast bun, and then I added a dress, and I added tights, and I became a ballerina.
ballerina.
Here we are.
we love it.
Yeah.
We love it.
Let's start from the top. The hair. You were talking about the hair smell.
Oh, right.
The hair smell.
Right. Just jump right
I'm
into
jumping
that.
right into this.
Yeah.
She brought it up earlier. She
Well,
talked about hair smells.
I actually saw it on TV, so I'm not sure how true it is, but I saw it once, so it must be true, right?
Have you smelled the top of someone's head and been like, not for me or for me?
Well, so on the TV show, forget which one it was, but they said and this is going to be super controversial, but they said when a man hugs a woman, that's why men are taller than women. I know not all relationships are like that, and it's fine. But when a guy hugs a woman, they smell the top of their head, and that's where all the pheromones are, and then that's where the attraction comes. So be careful who
100%.
you hug.
100%.
You could, yeah, you could catch feelings real quick.
I usually go for the pheromones before anything else.
Yeah. Oh,
Like bae.
smart move.
Is that how it works? Bae? That word? Is that word still around?
Bae. Yeah.
Bae?
Yes.
Yeah.
Always. Pheromones are where it's at, though. Like
I think so. I mean, hence cologne, perfume.
Right.
You know, you can create one that's all pheromones and get everybody.
Do you ever get spray tans?
oh my
Straight-
gosh.
I'm actually really bad with those. I did one for Coachella last year, and they always get messed up on me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for some reason. I must do something I shouldn't do. I like take steam showers and stuff, so I
Yeah.
think those mess them up a little. But I think they look good if
Well,
you do it right.
Tony has like a problem with the smell of spray tans.
Oh, they do
So
smell
like
strong.
when girls
Yeah.
have spray tan, he's like, it's an automatic no. Like, 'cause
Oh,
he can
really?
just smell it.
It's
You
a
know,
hard no.
Hard no.
hard no.
Yeah, I get it.
We'll
You
add
must
this
hate
question
Coachella
though
then.
to the dating. Why Coachella? That's when they're doing all that spray tan.
Yeah.
All the spray
We're
tans are
basically,
happening.
like,
Yeah,
having
'cause you're
naked.
like coming into
Yeah.
the spring and you really
Yeah.
haven't had your time to lay out at the Roosevelt
Yeah,
pool.
exactly.
That's true. I'll add that question. I think though we have a game that we're gonna play.
Okay.
But let's talk about your career because this woman
Yeah.
is a boss.
Oh, well, thanks.
You really are. Like, and I've been following you. Like, I've been following you forever. Like,
Oh,
and you're
thank you.
You literally, I think, were one of like the frontier people. I don't know if that's right. We're pioneers into this like digital individual self. Like, you can create who you are as a brand and sell it in every aspect.
Well, thank you. No, I love social media for that, being able to brand yourself in the way that you want to and get your voice out and not have any filters as much.
Yeah.
It's a dangerous thing, but also a really cool thing too.
Totally. And you
Yeah.
really were like, he just said pioneer. Like you kind of started in the Vine era
Yeah.
and then you hit the algorithm of growth of like Instagram at the perfect time. I mean,
Yeah.
like 26 million people are following you on Instagram.
Yeah, that's really hard to do now if you're just starting now, because there's so much content out there. There's so many people trying to do that now, or realizing it is a business. It can be a career and you can turn it into different verticals and different things. But, it's still possible. You see people growing out of nowhere on platforms because their content is so unique or entertaining. And, there's still like a way there. But I feel like where a lot of people make the mistake is doing the content that's just following the trends and seeing what works for other people and just starting to do that because they're successful in it. And then you're just another you're more noise out there, so much content. So you're just getting lost in all that. So as long as you're doing something that's, I guess, unique to you and what you believe in and you're passionate about and making quality content and consistent, there's a lot of different elements, but it's cool.
What kind of content did you like want to make when you first started this?
I just
go back to like when you first
Yeah. I just wanted to do acting.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's why I came out to LA. I was like, all right, I'm going to be an actress and I'm going to get all these roles. I'm going to work really hard. And I was studying, I was doing improv classes. And then every manager and agent I went to were like, all right, we need to see your reel. And I'm like, well, how do I get a reel if I don't have, what comes first? So then that's when I started doing social media content to help learn how to edit, and so I can eventually build a reel for myself. And with Vine, I was like, all right, this is cool. I can learn how to do storytelling on this and learn how to write, learn how to edit, because I had to do every piece of it. And it's good because I look back at my content now and I'm like, ooh, like, whoa, what was that? But then, which is a great sign that you're progressing in life, I guess. Just as long as, everything's just getting better, you build a reel, and then eventually producers, agents, platforms, come to you with all these opportunities instead of you going to them, because I was able to grow a strong built-in fan base that was with me along for the entire journey of it all since 2012 of just doing social media content. And also at the time, a lot of different directors and production companies and agencies and all that were just beginning to understand the value of an audience on social media. And now everybody wants to have that platform, and even brands want to have that platform now. But at the time, it was like a lot of me consulting and educating why it's important and why it's valuable. And now it's to a point where, I am able to go into so many different verticals. I'm not where I want to be just yet, and I don't think I will ever be, because it's always just like wanting to be better and learn and do better. But yeah, just now able to go into so many different, whether it's fashion, whether it's consulting, whether it's building my own brands with entrepreneurship, whether it's helping other people grow their brands, whether it's just creating content, whether it's now producing content and for actual traditional platforms or streaming platforms. I was watching an interview the other day with Chris Evans and
Scarlett Johansson.
Yes, yeah. Did you watch that?
I watched it. It was. I love both of them. So.
Yeah, and they were even talking about, how in film is great, but it goes through so many filters of making content that you just end up producing good quality movies that people can kind of like, and everybody's satisfied. And now the streaming platforms are the ones that are allowing that full creative freedom to really just go and try things, because they're not worried about box office numbers. They're wanting creative content on their platform, so that creativity in film and TV is back, which is exciting.
100%.
And you probably enjoy now, because of you've seen this this career now that you have. You probably enjoy all different aspects of it now, opposed to just the acting. Am I correct? Or?
Oh, I love it. Yeah. At first it started with me just dreaming of being on sets for film and TV, and I've done extra work before, like in the past, in 2012, 2011.
I have too. I was in Girl Next Door. I have a great kissing scene.
Yeah, nice. We'll look for that. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I just wanted to be able to just do more. You want to be like starring in film and TV. You want to be, but then I realized I'm a creator. I love storytelling. I love being able to work or start writing a concept and working with talented writers who their sole occupation and talents are in writing, and having them write with me, and having this producer, like one of them that I worked with on Creed 2, like now working with me on producing our own projects, or another director that, works a lot with other traditional platforms and having the rights to all these big time movies, now working with me directly to produce our own content to sell to other platforms. And it's so exciting because it's the same with social media, in the sense of looking at it from all those different angles of just not being the actress in it, is that, okay, we can dream up an idea and then it's in our heads, and then we can put it on paper, and then we can make it a reality and get it on screen so people can see it. So it's still, you have a lot of power with that. And I think that's what I like, is just having control,
Totally.
You had, because you probably grew up idolizing like Rachel from Friends.
Oh yeah.
What's her real name?
I love
Jennifer
Yeah, what is wrong with you?
Yeah.
But like, I'm not gonna lie to you. The girls today, the younger Gen Zs, you're what they look like up to, because that whole spectrum that you just mentioned is like what they want. They see that there's that now that that's an option. Yeah. They want that.
Yeah, but I think also, even Jennifer Aniston, she was really smart in her entire career of like, even with Netflix, of them putting Friends on at the top of your, that's the first thing you see. Now a lot of the Gen Z is now, and I agree with you, like all the YouTubers and stuff, everybody wants to be a YouTuber. And it's like, anytime I talk to the younger generations, like they see that and they want to be that, and it's awesome. But it's like, okay, what do you want to do in that?
Exactly.
Like, what do you just want to be famous, but for what? Like, what do you want your voice to be? And there's so many different ways to get there. There's, but it's like, all right, what do you want to do when you get there? Because you can reach it. And all right, I have over 45 million followers across platforms. Cool. But what is that if I'm not really enjoying what I'm doing?
Totally.
It just,
So she came in here earlier and she was like, I'm working on a calendar.
Yeah, one of the many things.
Did I just leak that?
No,
I didn't just leak that.
You didn't. It's been and that's what's so cool about social media too. Is like I can be like, I want to do this, and then I can do that.
Totally.
So it's.
But there's a meat cause for it. You're doing it for a reason.
Yeah, it's a sustainable calendar. I'm an ambassador for the United Nations for wildlife conservation, and for me, it's like it's for everybody. It's important to take care of our earth and be aware of different things going on, and even the smallest things can help. But so for me, I wanted to make a fun product, and my fan base was asking for it. So I'm like, all right, let me make this for you guys, because it's so important to listen to your audience too, and just show that respect to them for supporting you for so long. But for me, I'm like, all right, I'm going to make a calendar. I haven't in like, I don't know, 8 years. So let me do this and work with really awesome fashion photographers. I worked with DVF, Diane von Furstenberg, and she's famous for her wrap dress. Yeah, she's like fairy godmother of fashion when I was in New York. Because I told her I wanted to do an image for the calendar that was sustainable fashion. And she was all for it. We worked with the Parsons School of Design, and a couple of the students helped with designing her first ever scrap wrap dress. So it's all the scraps from her other dresses repurposed to make a whole new dress. And it actually, like, I've never received more compliments on a dress before in my life.
Oh my gosh.
It looked amazing, and it's sustainable. So that's one of the images in the calendar. And then we just have so many more surprise elements in there too. So I was supposed to launch last week, but websites and making sure everything's like ready is probably going to be end of this week.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
That's amazing.
You push things also.
Yeah.
Push things also.
Yeah.
Things don't get done on time.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Can we get a copy of that, please?
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, where will it go? Only if it'll go right here for all of your, just me on your wall.
I mean, he's
ahead.
down.
Yeah.
He's so down. How do you, we were just talking a little bit about speaking to the fans and like respecting your audience. It's so big. It's almost, it seems like, how do you filter through all of it and kind of, do that for them?
Well, there's cool features now.
That's true.
Yeah, that are helpful.
We have those.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because before you couldn't even just like comments. Like if you read something and you really liked, it's like, it's time management too, right? Because you're always creating you have to spend your time wisely, and a lot of that is interacting and engaging with your audience, because without that, like, what do you have? Like, you need to be communicating with your audience. But for me to be able to do it with everybody, because me responding individually isn't realistic. It's not
100%.
That would be my whole day, and I wouldn't make anything else. And they'd be mad at me anyway. So I do it more through whether it's live streams. I also give out my phone number so people can text with me, but just like, and always transparent too, like even for texting. You see a lot of celebrities doing this now, but it's not like one-on-one texting. It's all coming from me. I am writing every single one, but I might be sending it to my audience who subscribe to that text message from that are male in LA and
Named Tony.
named
I
Tony.
sent some text messages.
Yeah.
I didn't get
Responding
replies.
to my Tonys, you know, but it's all still coming from me and with exclusive messaging, inspiring messaging, or, you know, you get it first, like coming from me. So it's a way, or if it's like somebody's birthday, like first thing I do when I get up in the morning is I go and respond to all my fans' birthdays that subscribe to, but it sends a message to everybody whose birthday is that day too. So it's just like, I feel good because I know it's going to them.
Yeah.
And I communicate with them, letting them know it's not like a one-on-one message between us. It can't be, because that's just not possible and it's not realistic, and I'd be lying to you. But it's coming from, every single message you get is coming from me. So I do it that way. And I also just like do random Q&As too. And I honestly read through all of my comments.
You do.
Yeah.
You read them all.
Because you learn how to read too. You're like fast reading. You like, oh, that was a really sweet one. Reply, read, like, and then, you know, just kind of go through them and just like show that engagement. You're not going to hit everybody, but you still show.
Totally.
You're replying.
You do that also. Jana's great at that.
Yeah.
That's good.
And the mean ones, you just go over.
Yeah, like why give that attention, you know?
100%. Yeah.
I sometimes will go, I love you, or I'll like throw something completely different.
That is funny. I might get awkward.
That's what-
I'm like, oh.
That's what I used to do too. And honestly, the replies to those comments, when you're saying like, just being like, oh, I'm so sorry you had a hard day or something, the replies are usually, oh my God, he didn't know you were going to read this. I'm so sorry. Like, and then it just like flips, you know? But
let's spice it up and play some games here. What do we got? 6-second challenge? 6-second challenge?
Is it Vine? We're
Yeah.
back to Vine? 6 seconds?
Yeah, 6 seconds.
Was that how
Alright.
long Vine was?
6.5.
Oh my God, there was like a technical.
Yeah.
So this is from Vine. We stole this from Vine.
Yeah.
I think there's a question right off the bat, Vine, though. Is there? Oh, great.
Oh.
Okay, so you're going to hear the buzzer like this. That means it starts, and then you're going to hear it like that, and that means it ends, and you have 6 seconds.
It's
Do
very
not
stressful.
stress out.
Oh, yeah, I know. Well, I'm getting acupuncture after this, so.
Okay. Be good. Calm
My
down.
gosh, why
Yeah.
didn't we do the interview then?
Okay, ready? Vine or TikTok?
Vine. TikTok. Vine's dead. Is this working?
Yeah, you'll hear it one, then you'll hear it because I'm hitting it so hard.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm very aggressive.
Okay.
6-second challenge.
Oh,
Okay,
I'm so nervous.
ready? Or go.
I'm ready. You go. You got to say it first.
I do this every time. 3 fitness tips.
Do it every day, sweat every day, and eat clean, train dirty. 4. I give you 4.
What was the last one?
Eat clean, train dirty.
Train dirty? That's like a shirt.
It is.
Okay. Oh God, this might be kind of difficult. So really go in the memory
6
box there.
seconds.
Ready?
Okay.
Favorite fan moment. There has to be one that stands
Oh,
out.
I was at a concert and this one girl, she almost like passed out. She was screaming so loud that she saw me. Her reaction was the sweetest. Buzz? It didn't buzz.
So if a fan dies, it's cool.
But I
kidding.
caught her and I
Just
revived her.
You saved her. You saved her life. Did you have to catch her or anything? Or?
No, I'm being dramatic for your podcast.
Thank you. Little storyline.
Yeah.
Okay, ready? Celebrity crush growing up.
Oh, who was it? Oh my gosh. I had a lot of girl crushes. Angelina Jolie.
Oh, man, you got that right in time.
Yeah.
Angelina Jolie.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Okay, last one. Your go-to coffee order.
I don't drink coffee. I drink tea.
Wow, you never drink coffee?
I do rarely, but it's mostly tea.
This
Yeah,
is how.
I love tea.
Really?
I love making the tea. I love the process of tea. I love just watching my tea bags just
Tea bags.
soak.
I
Tea
went through a
bag.
phase like that with an ex.
Oh, really?
I went through a phase like that. She really got me into that. And I was like,
Yeah.
I couldn't wait to get home after work for her tea bags to be ready for me. Swear
The
to
way
God.
you say it just makes it sound so nice.
It was like she had her boiling on the stove.
Yeah.
Like if like we would work together. I don't want to bring this is awful. Oh
Do
my
it. I mean, may as
You're
well.
gonna
It's like
text her after this. We're
Never.
just gonna
No.
use
I have
the
her
tea
blocked.
bags. Yeah.
Let's go into,
Now you're in
let's
trouble.
go into your podcast. We're talking about relationships
Yeah.
because your podcast has
Oh,
so
yeah.
much, so much
OHoney.
relationship tea. Why is it
Yeah.
called OHoney?
Because OHoney, honey's and tea. I love tea. Relationships. It just all makes sense.
This is your show.
Yeah.
This is
Like
it.
you love tea, and you guys spill the tea on that show probably.
Well, we don't. They do.
They do.
Our guests. Yeah.
Right.
And we might.
I saw Jake Paul recently.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very cool.
It's always entertaining, right? Yeah. We have a lot of awesome guests. We had Eli Roth too, which, you know, created Cabin Fever. He's a writer director. He just did The House with the Clocks on Its Walls, and he has like these shark. He's the Bear Jew from Inglourious Bastards.
Yes.
I love that movie.
Wow.
It's my
Yeah.
favorite movie. But yeah, we have a lot of awesome variety of people on there, so it's cool.
Very cool. What is like the topic of every episode? I know it's different, but
yeah.
like, is there something that reoccurs?
Yeah, it's love, life, relationships. It's like just relationships in general, whether it's with your family, with your friends, with your dog.
Yeah.
You know?
We do that same thing. You're in it right now. We're in that portion of the interview right now.
It's easy to tie in.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's honestly so many podcasts, though. I feel like every person I've spoken to has been like, "Yeah, I have a podcast.
Yeah.
It's about relationships."
Yeah, but like for me, I feel like
I'm
everything's.
not calling it out or a bad thing. I'm just saying it's pretty true, though.
No, you're
People
calling
love
me out. I'll
it. So
pick
yeah,
up.
spill the tea.
Yeah.
Spill the tea, Amanda. Relationships. Is it? Can I ask? I feel like I cut you off. Did I cut you off?
No, you didn't.
Okay. I feel like you were gonna ask. Anyways, is it harder to be in relationships being such a social media presence?
No, I think it's no, I don't really notice the difference of being in a relationship now versus like social media. I think relationships, the longer you're in it, the more complicated they can get sometimes because you're learning so much about a person, people change, you're adapting so many different things, but I feel like they're positive. You know, it's the same thing with friendships. It's always like giving and taking in any relationship. So
Right.
for me, I love it. I love having somebody that I can, you know, come home to and talk to about things or bounce ideas off of or get inspired from. Like
Make tea with.
drink my tea with. Yeah. Cuddle. I don't have a dog, so.
All the good things. Is this current? Are you currently in a relationship?
Yeah, with Johannes Bartl, Body by Bartl. He's a trainer. He looks awesome. He's actually training right now Nick Bateman, who's another influencer model, and Wolf of Wall Street. He trains him all the time too. So he's getting these boys in shape.
Do you work out with him?
Yeah, I do. But we're around each other all the time, so it's good to have it's good to have your space in the gym and stuff too. So, but he trains me. I have him like whenever he's free. Well, whenever
Codependency?
codependency.
Is that what it is? When you need
When
you
you
have to be
we're
around
like
the person all the
always
time?
around them all the time.
Oh yeah. But it's not bad though, cause like we lived in a studio apartment together for the longest time, for a year, cause we were looking for a house, and that was interesting, cause you have one room and one bathroom and one bed, and it's just like always. But we were fine. And then I'm like, all right, if we can survive a studio apartment together for a year,
No, for real.
like we can do anything.
Absolutely.
Have you been on like a vacation with him out of the country maybe?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Have?
Yeah.
Oh, then that's it.
Yeah.
My dad said if you can do that, then that's like
Then we made it.
you made it. And then my mom said the pheromones on the hair. And then
Yeah. Great pheromones. Yeah.
does he have good pheromones?
He does. Hey, how do you think we ended up together?
That's
It's
so
pheromones.
true, though.
It's crazy.
It really is.
But I want to give, if you're shorter than the girl, it's fine. You can still get those pheromones.
Totally.
On the couch.
There are other ways.
It works.
Do you smell the
Disclaimers.
pheromones when he's gone? You still smell them there?
I don't even realize the pheromones
Okay.
anymore. I feel like we're just so.
How long have you guys been together?
I love how this is a constant, fair. We were friends before. I was actually dating somebody before him, and then we were friends, and he lived in the same building as me, the famous 1600 Vine building that everybody moved out of now.
Oh,
but,
really?
yeah,
I
well,
think I'm right down the street from there.
yeah, well, because we all that was way back in the day too. That's way back, 3 years ago. That when we all lived there at the same time, all the biggest on Vine when Vine was still around, and we were all just using it as
Shawn Mendes.
yeah, right. Hey, yeah, he blew up on Vine too. But everybody lived in the same building, so we were all collaborating, and it was basically like a production house. And So anyways, I was dating somebody else at the time. And then when we broke up, Johannes was just like, swoop.
Swooped you up.
Yep. He
Swooped
went
you
in.
up.
Yeah. He was courting me. The courting mode.
Now, is it tough? Is he also in the public eye?
Yeah, he has his own social media, Johannes Bartl. I'm plugging all the way for you, Johannes. But yeah, he does personal training and he has his like own fitness brand and he's incredible. So vegan too.
Oh, he's vegan. You're vegan.
Yeah, and he's got those vegan gains, which it is possible to get muscles being vegan. So he's proof.
We could do like a workout class with them maybe.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Have you been vegan or on social media longer?
Vegan.
Oh, wow. How
long? Vegan? Yeah. That was like 9 years. Yeah. Because I became vegan when I was in Miami and my sister and I, we were on a boat and we didn't really have much else to do. So we were watching documentaries and then.
Oh, this is how it happened.
Yeah. And then we're like, cause I think it was like 9 years when Forks Over Knives or maybe 8 years when that came out. But after watching that, we were like, let's try doing that. All right. We're vegan now. And we just went like, cold tofurkey, cheesy.
Tofurkey.
Sorry.
Majority of the girls in Los Angeles, when you go on dates, vegan.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, hey, why not? It's good for the world.
Definitely.
Healthy for us. It could be unhealthy, but if you're smart with it, it can be really healthy. Yeah. Why not?
Are you into the whole burger vegan battle between the two? What are the two?
Yeah. I don't think one's necessarily healthier than the other, but I think it's a great alternative and it tastes great. So if you're gonna have a cheat meal, why not go with a version that betters the world than 100% the opposite. So yeah.
I feel like you do the vegan burger thing. You're
I
not
love
vegan, but you do that.
Yeah, well, all my last 3 girlfriends were vegan.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so you know that world.
Yeah, you do have a thing. Yeah.
By association.
Right. Yeah.
He always says that. He's like, I'm vegan.
Hey, nothing against people that aren't like, my mom's not vegan. I grew up not being vegan. I used to eat Hamburger Helper all the time, and even those. Oh my gosh, you remember those things you used to heat up in the microwave, the Salisbury steak? Like it was just like the worst.
Oh my god.
Kind of things for you, and I grew up eating that and loving it, and then learning more, I'm just like, oh, you know what, that's probably not the best thing for me to be doing, and then it's better for me to be vegan. Could be better for you too. Just explore it, but watch the documentaries.
Maybe
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Is he really?
Yeah. No way.
Wow.
Well, there's a whole documentary that came out with, I'm forgetting the name of it right now. You'll have to plug it.
You're friends with Arnie. I mean, you should know.
Well, yeah, best friends. But so he's in the documentary and they're in the documentary. And this is, I think, what convinced a lot of guys to try it again, because they're like, hey, if you're vegan, this gets bigger. And then,
wow, wait, is that a real thing?
The penis gets bigger?
Yeah, because
really,
the science behind it is you have more blood flow.
Oh my gosh, that's
scientifically breaking this down. Okay,
yeah.
More blood, really?
Yeah, so it's just
that's so
try
interesting.
it out.
I don't think I've ever hooked up with a vegan guy.
You need to check and see what's going on.
I'm gonna let you know.
Yeah. Yeah, get back to me, text me.
Case study,
it's fascinating. It's
so
really
that was a
scientific
point
case
in the
study.
documentary. A lot of people were like, wait, what?
Yeah, perks ears. That's so funny.
I don't know how we got into vegan, because we really wanted to talk about the tea. So who do you think has spilled the craziest tea on your show?
Well, we've had a lot of episodes already. I don't know. I would say Logan's was pretty interesting. Logan Paul, we had his on too. Spilling the tea. Everybody had some. Oh my God, my friend Day Storm. Had this crazy story on there. Things I never even knew about him. The episode didn't come out yet, but it's insane. I'm like, how did I not know this? I've known you forever, and I'm just now hearing about this. It's crazy. But
what was Logan's tea?
Well, Logan's was just entertaining. You have to watch it to know what I'm talking about, but he came in as Thor. He was dressed up as Thor, and yeah, I think everybody might have been a little tipsy coming in, but you just have to watch it.
Came in as Thor.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Love that about that guy.
Yeah.
We got KSI coming in.
Really?
Not sides or anything.
Hey, you won the fight, right?
Yeah.
champion.
Great. That was really
there
good
you
stuff.
go. I know. I was like, I went to that fight too. I was like, I hope.
Oh, you went?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I was hoping that because I had a shoot the next morning at 5 a.m. and I still didn't finish the choreography or the scripting for the shoot. So I was like, all right, this is only going to be, Logan said it's going to be a first round decapitation. So it'll be a quick fight, I guess, because I'm not really like fully keeping up with it. But, you know, got to support your friends, right? Yeah. So I'm like, all right, you said first round knockout or decapitation. So that'll be good. And then I can get home and finish the work and then have my shoot. But it lasted longer. So I stayed up till... Yeah.
Logan went in so confident, as he should. I mean,
Yeah.
I get it. But
Let's save this for KSI.
Yeah, you should. You should.
KSI. This is Amanda's time right now.
Yeah.
What more tea you got in there, Jana? What do you got for Amanda here?
I mean, we kind of covered like a lot of relationship tea.
Let's go. I got a game about tea.
Okay.
These are 6 dating advice questions.
Okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And this is from your opinion. And
Can't be wrong.
can't be wrong.
Can't be wrong.
It's my
It's
opinion.
your opinion. Can't be wrong.
All right.
Okay. Do you ever bring up the ex-boyfriend with your current boyfriend?
You should be able to, but I try to refrain from it as much as possible because you always just get awkward vibes. Even though it should be super comfortable, you always see the other person get a little tense. So I just try to
agree.
Yeah.
I've had them use that against me too.
Yeah.
I have. Like,
It's a
they're
tool.
Well, Johnny did this when we were together.
Yeah.
Like,
No, that's the worst thing you could do with it. You can't compare.
I'm so good at like deflecting though. I'm
Yeah.
like, who's Johnny?
Yeah.
Johnny.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't remember him.
Yeah. Who's that Johnny guy? Making be like, oh, didn't work.
Eating food in bed.
Oh, wow.
Well, I know it's comfy. It's okay if you have, so what we do is we have a food blanket, and like when we have food in bed, we put down the food. I'm so type A too. So we have a food blanket that we put down. If we want to have food in bed, we'll put the blanket down, eat on there, and then all the crumbs are in the blanket and you're good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's a team thing.
I love that.
Yeah. Yeah.
What aesthetic do you look for when you first walk into a guy's bedroom?
Oh, well, now it's my bedroom. So yeah.
For the first time you look
A
at
made bed, making sure the bed is made, because your house is a representation of your life, which is like if you have an unorganized home, maybe your life is a little chaotic. And I don't know. I'm so type A, so many people are gonna be like, my room's a mess and I'm great. But I just look for organization, because if they're a messy person, I don't know how, like, I'll go crazy.
Right.
Like I need
how organized they'll be with you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you prioritize the thing when you clean and all that.
Because you have to know going into a relationship too, you can't really change people.
Totally.
You know, people can change themselves, but if they're super messy and you guys are living together, like, you know, that's going to be a thing.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
I've slowly changed over the years. I swear to you. Like,
Yeah.
the older
You
I get,
have. Yeah,
I have
yeah.
been making my bed, and I understand. I take those
Yeah.
notes.
Yeah. Well, good.
That's why I ask these questions, Amanda.
Yeah. These small notes are good.
Okay.
Helpful.
Do you believe in prenups?
Yeah, I get it. I understand it. I see one of my friends, she ended up marrying a person that's famous. I'm trying to give as little details as possible.
Justin Bieber.
But so basically in that prenup, it was after a certain time period, if you separate because you invested so much in the family and the relationship, you can get more back if a split was about to happen. Oh, wow. I do see why they're important, because a lot of relationships do end. Was it like over 50% of marriages end? So if you're together with somebody for a year and then all of a sudden it does end, people change, like you see a new side to somebody and they take half of what you worked so hard for in your life, then that kind of sucks, right? But you shouldn't go in with that mindset of it ending, and I get that angle. Yeah, I believe in them. Basically, summarize it. I believe in it.
You're probably worth a lot, so I mean, that'd be great for any guy on the other
right?
end
Just
of this
marry me real quick. Yeah.
Wipe her up.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, how many dates do you think it's appropriate before you introduce the boyfriend to the parents?
I don't think it needs a number. It depends how close you are with your parents. Yeah.
Totally.
Like if you're best friends with your mom's with you all the time, they meet them the first day that you meet them, like cool. Like why is that a big deal? But if like some people have different situations when it's like, oh, it's like a big thing, like they're gonna, I don't know. I never had that situation, but for me it's like I'll introduce you when like we're around her. Right. Like, you know, when it's convenient for everybody, you know?
Totally.
Yeah.
I think you answered all those questions really well. I hope everybody took notes.
You're missing one.
There's one more?
That's
Which one?
really good.
The good one? Which is it?
Well, yeah, this is good. Okay. What would be an appropriate first DM from a guy? How did you miss this?
An appropriate first DM.
Yeah.
Not hey. No, just hey. An appropriate first DM. Maybe with a compliment's nice, but like a genuine compliment, not just like an aesthetic compliment, like, hey, you're hot.
Right.
Like something that's like really like true to you, to be like, oh, wow, that was really sweet. That stands out, you know, feels a little different. And not one saying, come over my house like next week or whatever. Just like slowly starting the relationship, I think is the best kind of DM. If you're going to DM, that's the best kind of DM to start with.
100%.
Yeah.
When you get the thoughtful DMs. Are you sending thoughtful DMs?
Me?
You're in a relationship now, but are you, you know, like
How did you meet your
Dating
girlfriend?
app. A dating app.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Hinge.
Yeah. Oh.
Did you ever do the dating apps?
I was always in a relationship, and I was lucky that I always ended up meeting the person in person.
Right.
Unexpectedly. So I'm like, all right, I never But nothing against it, though. I have a lot of friends that even like found their wives on dating apps.
Definitely.
So
100%.
You know, it's a catch-22.
yeah,
There's a catch-22 to this because I have started long conversations with a girl on first time DM and it never went anywhere.
yeah.
And I was like, I just wasted my mojo.
Yeah.
I wasted my juice, my flavor.
Well, imagine how many DMs she was getting. You're competing at that point.
Yeah.
So sometimes that's why my theory is on this is to direct. I'm like, hey, what city are you in? Are you free next week? Dinner. That's it.
Yeah, at least it's dinner.
Because at least it's dinner.
Yeah, yeah.
Because what happens if
She
I
might
get,
be,
it's
like-
like any other opportunity. If I get the opportunity to go to dinner, then I can.
This
see
is
it.
true, though. I get
Yeah.
it, because even in business, right? Like, it's, if you have an idea, it's good to just be direct about it, not beat around the bush, and just like get right to work on it, right? Otherwise,
Totally.
it's going to be forgotten. Life gets busy, things go away. So yeah, it's like relationships are like business. You just got to go right
They
for
are.
it.
I've had girls on the DMs respond back to me like, "Why are you so blunt?"
Yeah.
And I just don't. I gotta go.
I gotta go.
Gotta
Like
go.
it's now or never.
It's now or never.
Hey, and it's real.
It's
you know,
real.
I rather have friends
Yeah.
hit me up with, hey, can you introduce me to this person, rather than, hey, how was your day? How are you doing? Da 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 da
Right.
da da. By the way, can you do this? It's like, oh, you just wasted like all that time. You could have just asked me that.
And don't like beat around the bush,
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
I think that the whole like, can we go to dinner like right off the bat? Like, heck yeah.
Yeah.
I'm all for that. I'm like, okay, a guy that knows what he wants.
And you can't
know?
be friend zoned with that either.
No,
you can't
you're
be
like,
like,
oh,
yeah, you
yeah.
leave no room to be put there.
Totally.
Have you ever friend zoned somebody before?
I'm sure. Like, I feel like people do that unknowingly, right? Because
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
just
yeah.
like, oh, you're my friend. And then
Friend.
it's just so happy
friend,
to you.
friend.
But in their head, they're like, kill myself. Like,
I know.
Yeah.
Because you're very attractive. And
Oh,
men,
thanks.
I mean, men are
Nice
so
to meet you.
animalistic and like crazy. And you have so many like guys. You have a circle of guys that
Yeah.
you hang around. I guarantee Batch thinks you're hot.
oh, well,
100%.
You know what I mean? Like,
I hope.
but they're all your friends though.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I'm not calling Batch out specifically. But
No,
you
like-
have people that you work with.
yeah.
probably.
Well, there's a thing too. It's like also, I see I'm gonna know Batch for the rest of my life. Like he's gonna be at my funeral one day, you know?
Yeah.
And because he's my and all these comments, like he is my best friend in like the whole wide world. Like I can trust him with anything, and I wouldn't jeopardize that for anything. Because he's
Totally.
outlived a lot of my relationships too.
yeah.
So
Absolutely.
I'm like you were too good. Like
Yeah.
you
Who's the good-looking guy with good hair that was in here?
Oh, Brent Revere.
He probably thinks you're hot too, though. I mean, you gotta like.
He's young too. He's so fangirling for you. Oh my gosh.
No,
you know?
I see Brent is like My little brother. All these comments are gonna be like, "Oh, he just got brother zone." No, but Bren, like, and I even know Ava, and they're incredible. Like,
sister, yeah.
Oh well, Ava is friend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
his friend. We're not sure.
My fault. And I do
We never know
that with him.
who's to say.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I feel like he could get friend zoned a lot.
Really? No.
Did you tell Brent this?
I think I did.
Do you see all those girls, those young
I was
girls
gonna
going after Brent?
Oh yeah, he's a hot commodity.
Yeah.
Like girls
He has
really
that
want Brent.
jawline.
Oh yeah.
But the
Clenches
problem,
it.
he's super nice.
He is really nice.
And girls,
so
if they see
nice.
that
Yeah.
nice of a guy, they love just hang out with
Nice
him.
guys.
Like, he's
Do
so-
nice guys win? Like for you, like do nice guys
Now
win?
they do. Now that I know more, you know. But when I was younger, they didn't win as much.
Yeah.
You know. But now it's like, oh no, I want a guy to be nice to me. That's like the most
Totally.
valuable thing ever.
I think I'm getting
Yeah.
over that hump in my life. The bad boy hump. I think I'm over it. Just now.
I mean, because it is like if too nice all the time too.
No.
Yeah, that's because it's not real.
Totally.
Like you're not expressing emotion. You're not like being as real as you could possibly be. So I think that's why nice finishes last, because you're like, give me something, like express
100%.
something to me.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So that's the only
Give
way
me
I
an
think
emotion.
that-
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like you got it together though. You know.
Well, thanks.
You said
It's
you're
my
type
bun.
A. Your
Yeah.
bun. No, 'cause, like honestly, like emotionally, I'm screwed in the head. Like it's crazy.
Really?
Like I love pain.
Oh.
Like
Yeah, you're like an artist then. You
But
thrive.
I'm not really.
You're
an artist.
creative.
It's so messed up.
But
I'm
you
not,
always,
though.
you're a relationship guy though. Tony's always
The
he's kinda
challenge.
always in a relationship.
The challenge.
He like
Yeah.
loves love. I think
Yeah.
like
Hopeless
I don't
romantic.
know. Yeah,
The
like
challenge.
you're
Yeah.
hard. Sorry.
the challenge.
I don't
Okay,
know.
we got
You
it.
do Yeah, everyone loves the challenge. Who doesn't love the challenge? You know.
Well, then you should just keep going to the clubs, meeting people at the clubs,
Oh,
and
no.
that'll be.
I did that.
Yeah,
I'm
but
into
that's
some
the,
other
that's
new
the
weird
biggest
stuff.
challenge. I
I'm
feel
into
like.
some weird new stuff. Something no one's heard of. I'm into some stuff. Yeah, out
All
there.
right. Well, that's next podcast. We'll
Trying
talk
to help
about
him,
that.
you know.
Yeah.
Like, don't say that. Say that. No. But now you're
Fine.
good.
Let's end this with emotional tweet.
Yes!
Okay, emotional tweet.
Okay. We picked 4 or 5 year tweets.
Oh.
And they are in.
I don't
which
even
one
know
are
what
they
I've
in?
tweeted.
This is the tweets.
tweet?
This is the emotions. You're gonna pull a tweet out. You're gonna read it with that emotion. We have
And
to
we're gonna guess the emotion.
So
Oh, I
all
get
the
it.
training that you put in,
My acting.
and your
Actress.
Let's see it. Okay, that's it. And then this is these are the emotions.
Yeah.
The jar of emotions. I invented this game. To let you know.
It's really smart. I'm not gonna lie. Like this is a smart game.
All right, you ready? Sometimes you just want to slap someone in the face with a book.
Confused.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good tweet though.
Great tweet.
Did you get some great taste for the book?
Sometimes you want to.
Oh, you want to?
You just want to like.
I'm also very aware of lawsuits and.
I love how
Yeah.
I love how she's just ready to go. She did it.
yeah.
Yeah.
We were gonna do some too, Amanda.
Oh, you're gonna do it? Oh.
No. He's kidding. These are.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
This is really good though.
This
I
is
love
good.
it. I love it. This is like I love it. This is she's like the act is great, entertaining.
Yeah. The actress in
All
you.
right, here we go. Pick them because you like them, not because you need them.
I didn't get that one. Maybe one more time. Maybe
I
one
got
more
it.
time.
Flirty.
Yes.
Flirty.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I get
One
it
more
now.
time, Amanda.
Should have done that. You.
That was good. Now, Jana, let's let Jana do one. Let's let Jana do one.
I'm
Maybe
not.
soon. Jana, get in there. Get in there, Jana. You're in there. Let's do it.
It's just like throw you under the bus real quick.
We're rooting for it though.
Yeah.
No, we really
No,
are.
she's a good catch. It's
really
like it's more
is.
on the guy to.
No, she really is. You know how like she had a guy on the date last night tell her that like she's like a real girl, a real girl.
Oh, see.
She really is a real girl. Like
That's
she has
that's a
no like
compliment.
she has no like issues actually. She probably doesn't have issues.
No baggage.
I mean,
Yeah.
I can be a little crazy, but the normal crazy,
Hey,
like
that's real.
Her mom and dad are
Everybody
awesome.
has a touch of that.
Mom and dad are awesome.
I feel
Yeah.
like you're really great too.
Oh,
I
thank
truly
you.
feel like you're very grounded and like a great human. Anyways, okay.
Thanks. We're all just like,
Yeah, acting skills.
Actually, I guess you can't. I guess I have to be better.
don't look. Close your eyes.
I'll be a gentleman.
Did you just?
yeah,
don't look.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you might have just.
So
seen
they're
it.
deep down in there.
Yeah.
Cheat? Okay.
Okay.
Um,
That's the big one.
this is so funny that I'm gonna read this like this. Okay.
What is it?
Sleep on.
Oh, it's angry. Just frustrated.
Sleep. You already got it.
Really?
Should I still read the
Finish it
tweet?
off though.
sleep on it. Think deeply. What you may think is righteous action today can end up being your biggest regret.
That was inspiring. That was
good acting school. I'll tell you that right now.
That was inspiring.
Gosh,
I'm motivated.
Tony's looking at me like,
I would not have
You
casted
sound like one of the inspirational speakers that you go to. I got something out of it. Thank you.
you're welcome.
Yeah.
really well written.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I wrote that.
I'll finish it off here. Actually, no, you can. Amanda can finish it off. We have one more left.
No, this is you.
No, there's 2 in there.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Here we go. Okay.
I like the pineapples.
I'm not gonna lie. I did 4 years of USC theater school, so.
Oh wow.
Here we go.
Okay.
Sad.
Why are you already crying? You have to read the tweet.
You're just building.
Ride rides and eat vegan corn dogs.
It's very emotional. You are sad.
Sad AF.
Did we get it?
Crying. Yeah, you know.
Okay.
Nailed it.
Yeah, we
Nailed
got
it.
He's like, no, that one was happy.
We should have started off with this game.
I feel like this one's gonna be the last emotion that we haven't. Oh wait, no,
There's always extra.
guess there's more than 4 emotions, 5 emotions. Oh, okay. I've been vegan for 9 years, LOL.
LOL.
I feel like that was the motion too when you like put this up.
Do you know what it is?
Yeah, happy.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like I felt like that was like how she typed this too.
Yeah.
She was like,
I was gonna say
That's like the nerdiest. That was in response to somebody saying, have you, what was it? It was asking me like, what did you just become vegan or something like that? I'm like, I've been vegan for 9 years. LOL. Like shove. Shove. Yeah.
I'm not a bandwagon vegan.
That was like a shove LOL.
Right.
Like
totally.
a snarky LOL.
We'll add that
Like,
emotion in there.
LOL.
Snarky.
Snarky. You're
That's
good
a
at
new
this.
one.
Yeah.
Amanda, you're amazing. You're
so great.
So talented. Like literally.
Yeah.
Awesome.
From my
Businesswoman, talented,
Businesswoman, everything.
Thank you guys.
role model.
Please,
Yeah.
we need.
This
the
is
calendar.
good. You guys are doing great with the compliments because we
How are
talked
we
about
doing?
this really well. Thank you. No, I told them at the beginning that I wanted a lot of compliments throughout the show, so I appreciate it.
We did
You
it.
guys came through for me. Get the
Please
calendar.
leave us good compliments
Coming
down below.
soon.
Thank you or whatever. Bye.
Bye.